back to yet another episode of Smart Money Sundays. Hope this video finds you well. So it is Sunday, 8 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time, and for some reason, for the life of me, I cannot figure out why my pairs are frozen on TradingView. My Wi-Fi is completely fine, but it's not updating live prices, which is very strange. So let me know if you're having this problem as well. But I'll still go through what I'm looking at kind of for the week ahead on our usual pairs. Okay, so kind of last week was very disappointing in terms of price action. It was really just a lot of choppy ranging and kind of seek and destroy mode, and that's obviously not the desirable market conditions. But nevertheless, we have to be able to identify that and react and adapt to those conditions. Okay, and so really my bias from what we talked about last week has still not changed. I'm still looking at kind of the same higher time frame directional movements and price points of attraction. Okay, so EURUSD, let's go out to the higher time frame a little bit. As you all know, last week we were talking about, getting price down into our old high in structure, 1.1500. I still think that is on the cards and ultimately where we need to go in order for us to get that next expansionary move higher. And obviously we kind of duplicated our move, prior retracement move or sell off, sell to buy, duplicated that to the high here. That brings us right into our old high in structure. Okay, so right now, like I said, we're still kind of trapped, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high relative to this high, creating yet again potential higher low that I don't think is going to hold personally. As you can see, we kind of have that retail trend line as well. So again, I'm still expecting this thing ultimately from a higher time frame perspective. I'd like to see us reach this level in discount before we can get going again to the upside. Okay, and so for me right now, it's just kind of in a very, very tricky spot, and it's kind of hard to tell if we're going to get some type of pop up and then the sell off, the big sell to buy, or if we're just going to straight up destroy this retail trend line, sell off down into our level, and then go long. Okay, so very, very tricky, and so the only thing that we can do at the moment is just ride the kind of momentum and trend. Obviously, you can see that we're still making lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so until that breaches, until we get some type of massive move to the upside, if we do, obviously, which would then just be a retracement to get short again, higher time frame, we can still stick now with the lower time frame trends. Okay, and so I have my eyes kind of on this level. From last week, we had that London session open manipulation, buy to sell, leaving that inefficiency. Okay, and so I am looking at kind of the 50% of this move, as well as the inefficiency here. On the 15-minute time frame, around 1.1840, I'll be looking at this level. Now, what does somewhat concern me is that it created relative equal highs here. So if we do end up purging, running through, then I'd be looking at this level right above these relative equal highs. Okay, but for now, I want to look and see if we get some type of lower time frame schematic around London session open, or some type of big buy to sell, and take that continuation come New York session upon the confirmation of that. Okay, and then again, like I said, just continuing to ride this wave down. This appears to be, to me, what this appears to be is some type of redistribution. Some people might be looking at it as accumulation, but I'm looking at it as redistribution. As you can see, our high manipulation, run out relative equal highs, and obviously the mitigation, okay, and then a lower low. So there's no point in just kind of assuming that this is a schematic and that we're going to, spring from here, okay, because obviously we're currently downtrending. Okay, so we want to be looking for excuses to sell, and I'd like to see this level met London session or New York session tomorrow. Okay, and then obviously we can continue to look to sell this thing all the way down into that level at 1.1500 that we've been talking about for quite some time now. All right, so moving on to AUDUSD. All right, another one. Obviously, we talked about our weekly down close that I'm expecting. I'm expecting price to trade down deeper into structure here. Weekly time frame 7/140. Okay, is what I'm expecting. And so my kind of POIs for that, if we stick with lower time frame, okay, I'm liking kind of this level here at 7/450. We just get a quick pop up and then continuation. Or if we have a higher time frame retracement, obviously this would be our high and then new low, and then this would be classified as the liquidity to grab and then run it again. Okay, so two scenarios. We either stick within this lower time frame move, or we have the higher time frame retracement into 7/560. Go out to the 1 hour time frame, 2 hour time frame. So this level looks very good. We have the inefficiency, we have the structure point here. Okay, so two levels on AU. It's just a matter of reacting, adapting, and identifying time and price and what the story that price is telling us at that time. Okay, so 7/450 and 7/560 are the levels on AU. Nothing much to say on USDCAD. Again, if we're expecting dollar strength and to continue to push EU down into its level and AU down into its level, then obviously USDCAD would continue going up. Now USDCAD has traded into now an old supply. If you look on the 1 hour time frame, a very clean supply candle that ran out a lot of liquidity here. Okay, so this is kind of a level where I do expect price to have some type of sensitivity. Okay, so maybe even a little bit higher up into 1.2625 and have some type of reaction. Okay, but I don't necessarily think that's going to mean the end of this kind of bullish run on USDCAD. I'm still bullish on the dollar until it proves me otherwise, at least for the time being. So yes, we might have some reaction. We might even catch a potential sell opportunity, but I don't think that's going to be too long lasting. Okay, and so in terms of looking to continue to buy it as we're looking to continue to sell XXXUSD, this would kind of be my first level where we had the run on liquidity. And so it would be just a simple retracement into structure and a continuation. Okay, or if we do retrace further on the dollar, then I could see us potentially running down into kind of this area of price. Okay, would still be kind of maintaining structure. As you can see, we had the run on liquidity here, the massive expansionary move. Okay, price only retraced to here. Okay, and continued up, and even this low here did not take out this low. So, it's definitely a possibility to see this thing sell off again and then continue and trade down into this level or even this inefficiency here at 2,350. Okay, so again, a couple levels on this, just as we have a couple levels on the two prior pairs that we talked about. Okay, again, it's just a matter of reacting and adapting, and obviously, if you're in VIP, you're going to be getting real-time updates and obviously trade ideas to go along with this analysis. Okay, so GBPUSD, again, hasn't really changed from my analysis last week, where I still expect them to run out these lows and trade down into 1.3600. That's the ultimate target for me on GBPUSD. I really want 1.3600. Okay, and so we'll just simply be looking at a little retracement. Get rid of this. Obviously, we were looking at this level last week, and we never got that. It just kind of chopped around like pretty much everything else last week. It was a very disappointing week. But for the here and now, I'd just like to see kind of a pop up into the up close and the continuation down. I really think this is what they're seeking after. And it should be kind of a low resistance run through these lows and into our higher time frame POI 1.36. So kind of very simple level here on GU, just a simple break, retest, continue. Okay, so that's GU. NZD USD. I am liking this one to pop up a little bit higher. Again, same overall objective though is to the downside, and I think we can at least trade down into, you know, old high here at 6,800. Okay, 6,800, and even fill in this gap a little bit. So that's the ultimate level for me in terms of a selling opportunity. I like how, you know, the daily 50 EMA is sitting right at our POI here, where if you can see that we have somewhat of a reverse fib move after running out these relative equal lows, sell to buy. And I think we have an A into B into C retracement coming into that -27 in our inefficiency here supply on the 4-hour time frame at 70735. Okay, now if we do get this level at the right time, I would really like to take a short from this area and continue to sell this thing on down. All right, last one I want to cover today is USDCHF. Obviously we have a very clean sell to buy here, running out a lot of liquidity, previous day low, and with our dollar bullishness bias, this would be a nice level to look for continuations. Now if we breach this level, I really don't see much in terms of an additional POI, maybe this little candle right here, and if we really stretch it, potentially the old high here, okay, within this accumulation. Okay, so this will be my first level, this will be my second, this will be my third, but overall, obviously we are looking for expansion, retracement, another expansion. Okay, I think we can at least trade into our weekly objective of 9,350. Okay, so this looks very good. I think we really do need to trade up higher into this higher time frame sponsor. Okay, so right now obviously we're respecting that daily 50 EMA. I would prefer for us to just simply respect this level. You could even go inefficiency fill or 50% inefficiency, bring us in around 9,140. Okay, so this is preferable. Second level, obviously third level. So you have the levels. I hope you mark them off. Again, I apologize. I don't know what's going on with my trading view tonight. Hopefully it's all taken care of, fixed by morning time, so we can get some good trades rolling for the week. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, please message us on Telegram at ArielFX Trading. We'd be happy to help you or get you involved in our community. All right. Have a wonderful week, guys. Thanks.